try and use your legs to wade through the mud. Welcome back to my channel. If we haven't met already, my name is Holly. I'm a pediatric occupational therapist and mum. My channel is about simplifying toddler development for us the parents so that we can enjoy more free and colourful play in these wonderful little years. So today we are diving into some of my favourite ideas for roughhousing. But before we get started, like and subscribe to my channel. I would love to keep this journey going with you. This video is part of a series on play for toddlers, and if you want to know more about roughhousing, not just the ideas to do it, but actually why it's really good for our kids, then make sure to check out the video that is linked on your screen now. This is the previous video of the series. I know as parents we often get, well, at least the mums, we get a little bit scared. Is this game like causing aggression in my child? Are we just riling them up for nothing? The answer is definitely no, and go check out that previous video on the benefits of roughhousing if you want to find out more. But there are certain qualities or skills that a parent should hold in order to reap all of the wonderful benefits of social skills and resilience in children. So, first one, we need to use common sense and hold safety. Obviously, don't do something that you know is potentially dangerous for your child. Yes, this is rough play, but we always want to make sure that it's also safe. The next one is hold boundaries. So if you watched the previous video, you would have heard that studies have shown that children that don't have boundaries within roughhousing are actually taught that rough play or using aggression is an effective means for controlling people. So it's really important that we state our boundaries from the beginning and that we hold them. No biting, no scratching, no kicking or kicking in the face, no pulling hair, all of the things that are relevant for your child at the time. State them from the beginning and hold them. The next one is allowing big emotions and honoring hurt. It might come to a point in your rough and tumble play that somebody gets a knock knee and there are lots and lots of tears. It might seem excessive for the play or the hurt. Sometimes roughhousing is a great way to allow our children to kind of unload that emotional backpack. So all those emotions that are just piling on through the day, this is the time that they start unloading them. It's really, really good for our children to have those moments or that catharsis where they can really unload everything that they've been feeling. Allow it, honor it, don't try to rush through it, just provide a safe space. And again, also if they're hurt, it might seem to you like it was a really little hurt and they might be expressing it as a very big hurt. Just provide space for that. We're not teaching them here what does hurt and what doesn't. We're engaging them in a beautiful act of play. The next one is the art of de-escalating. This is really important. Actually, studies have shown, again, that holding boundaries and being able to de-escalate the play is really where the magic and the benefits of roughhousing are at. So what we want to do here is when we notice that things are getting a little bit wild, where we're kind of having to put the brakes quite often and hold a boundary, let's de-escalate that play. Let's take it back to a place where it's less power play, more maybe sensory stimulation, like rocking them back and forth or carrying them around, maybe go into dancing. So practice the art of de-escalating. The next one is choosing the right time. Now we all know this happens in every single home. Half an hour before bedtime, everybody wants to rough and tumble. It's actually really normal that our children want to do that because they, again, are letting out all of the sensory stimulus that they've received through the day, and they're kind of letting out their energy so that they can wind down. And we want to kind of, if this is something that we're finding happening in our children a lot, try bring it forward half an hour. So you are the one that is initiating this play. And then once it's wound down, you can put your children back into a normal bedtime routine. But what happens often is we completely go off roughhousing because we say, okay, well, every time half an hour before bed, and then everybody gets to bed late and everybody's grumpy and getting to sleep is like such a nightmare. So just bring that forward half an hour. It'll make it so much easier for you. Okay, so we are going to be sharing some of my favorite roughhousing games, but I want to hear from you first. Before I mention mine, what is yours? What game of roughhousing do you most enjoy in your household? Let me know in the comments below. So this is a game taken from Playful Parenting by Larry Cohen, and it is called the sock game. So basically you wear somebody's wearing a pair of socks and you're chasing each other around a designated area trying to get those socks off. It's really fun. Also, because it's so far away from the face, it has that element of power play, but it's not overwhelmingly in your face, and there's much less chance of getting hurt. The next one is also taken from Larry Cohen, and this is in the book, which I will link below, and called The Art of Roughhousing. And it's called Force Field Hands. So basically, you push each other's hands, you push up against the other person's hands, and you just keep pushing until somebody falls. Often it's the parent just feigning falling. But it's a really fun one, and it's really good for their muscle development as well. Picking up and throwing or romping, this is something that I think is probably the first one we think of when we talk about roughhousing. So it is just finding a soft surface or a safe place, and what's great about it at this age is that they still are tiny, so you can really get their whole body and you're not kind of like swinging them. You're really picking them up in a really safe way, protecting their head and dropping them onto a softer surface like a bean bag or a couch. Again, with this one, because there is lifting and throwing, it's great for their sensory processing, but always just be wary of how you're picking them up and that it is done in a safe way. Led legs, which I really enjoy. So you get your kids to hang on the back of your legs. So they're like lying on the floor, holding your legs, and you can walk. Try and use your led legs to wade through the mud. And often it's really hard. It's a really good workout for us. So it slows them down, and they love it to feel like they've overtaken you. Piggybacks are super fun. We also love horse riding, so if you get down onto all fours and let your child giddy up on your back, again, always be careful when you sit, moving into a more upright position, that you're watching that your child is safely holding on and that they won't be falling off. This, again, is one of these simple games that actually really, really helps develop children's balance and is so fun. Aeroplane is another one that I personally really remember from my childhood. If you lie down on your back as the parent and stick your legs up in the air, you can either put them on your feet or you can put them on your knees and hold their hands and just kind of swish them around in the air as an aeroplane. Another great workout. But I want to hear from you, which of these that you've heard so far do you remember doing as a child, and which is your most favorite to do within your home? Let me know in the comments below. Chasing is always a fun one, and this is one that really you can involve quite a few siblings, or if there's friends over or cousins, this is a great one. We like to call it Mommy Monster. Sometimes you can involve dress up here, and it can be really fun. You might want to just state beforehand how you're going to catch a person, because sometimes it can lead to like knocking people over. Climbing a tree, so you pretend to be the tree, stick out your arms, stick out your legs. You might need to like hold a squat here so that you're a bit lower down for your child, and let them try and climb up you. They love this. It really is one of those really great giggling games. Dancing together is always fun, whether you're carrying them or they're standing on your feet. It's really a special moment with our children. Popcorn is one that I enjoy. So basically, you lie down on your back with your knees up. You put your child on your hips or on your knees, and you pop them up. So throw them up a little bit and bring them down. You can get them to like kind of put their feet so that they're almost in like a ready position to jump. So they're helping you with that popcorn movement. Jelly legs is also really fun. So you'll stay in that position of lying on your back with your knees up, and let them sit on the top of your knees. And you just like vibrate your knees, just jiggle them around so that they're like jelly, and your child can hold onto your hands and just see when they start to fall. Another really, really fun game that isn't necessarily super involving both of the parent and the child's bodies, but it's a great physical game for a child to engage with the parent, is saying that the floor is lava. So they have to try and tag you or jump onto you, or that you would carry them, but the floor is lava. So they can be using the couch or throwing cushions or trying to jump over things. If you enjoyed this video and you're wanting to support your toddler's development through play, I have a membership called Playful Pod, which is opening up its doors really soon. You can send me a DM over on Instagram for more details. I would love to connect with you. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. I would love to continue this journey of toddler play with you.